evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Bowen, and another episode of The Oyster, where you can put in that little pinch of dirt or sand or whatever type of wonderful, lovely dust, put it inside the oyster and watch it turn into the beautiful pearl that we always are and have been. We can shine as ourselves, because we've always really are pearls. Now, the wonderful thing about what's going on is we can now give wonderful, great news once again about the exponentially accelerated potential of where we're going to for humanity as a renaissance, as a renaissantic civilization, as an advanced civilization, not only as a country but as a whole. Deliverance towards that was not an Archer pun. We are really finding a very charismatic, for one, a very influential, for two, a very type of health-based mindset, for three, and for four, a very revolutionary, positive, peaceful revolutionary attitude that's accelerated. And for five, ultimately that whole basket can be put into a type of wonderful, great idea that can be used as, for example, ammunition toward the enemy. And all of a sudden everybody's got some sort of catapult or slingshot to fire straight into the globalist face and basically watch them crash and burn and lie and thrash on the ground, and then the entire planet's involved in this, and that's already been repeated. So another key point: let's remember all those five things I just mentioned, put that in idea in the basket, prep the latch to get ready to launch. And here's something that I should have mentioned. So to continue to live without regrets, this is something that everybody should know, but something that probably everybody already knows, so I'm just going to say it. And really, I say this with absolute conviction of how important it is. This is incredibly important. Please understand that this is incredibly important. All right, okay, that point's been made. David Wilcock has been doing many wondrous things for a very long time. His research, his contacts, his previous contacts, his current contacts, his future contacts, for example. His Corey Gonzalez, and most importantly, or very importantly, all of those three men are very important, but William Tompkins, their testimonies, their research, their evidence, their truth is incredibly monumental and has been going on for a while, which is very important in this crescendo of what we're all leading to. That is going to allow people as a whole to get the idea, for one, and get the creative ability to enhance themselves, for two, to three, enhance the entire collective, for four, to unify in a more peaceful, more intergalactic way. Of course, a more family-based way, which is very important. We're broadening our connections, we're exploring our connections, we're enhancing our connections, we're becoming more and more stronger connected to each other, and the spirit that moves through us becomes more and more pertinent, more and more prominent, more and more visible, per se, more and more palpable. It's a good word to use. Palpable spirit of love, of commitment, of dedication, of just drive and just pure energy. So I'm not going to go too deep of what they've done. I'm not going to repeat all the wondrous things that they do, but please, it is absolutely huge that you take a look at it, that you check it out, that you know who these men are, that you know about their history, that you know where they've come from, that you know where they're going, or what they've done, what they're doing currently, especially in the recent past and recent times. Many major, and here's the thing, and here's a key part, the more we know about our future, in a sense, or what's going on in the present, the more we understand how the pieces fit in toward the past. Because there's, in a sense, no offense to the public, but for the general public, there's a lot of holes missing into why things are going like they are, why there's a certain agenda, certain mindset that's trying to be put on the masses in general from the formal mainstream media, from the lame dinosaur communistic media communistic propaganda, why they've been working so hard, why independent media sources, the actual real independent media sources like Infowars.com, DrudgeReport.com, all of those. We know who they are. Infowars.com, DrudgeReport.com. There's some really great individuals that have been working tirelessly, uniquely, and creatively, spontaneously, passionately. Once wonderful, great analogies and verbs that can go on all night because it's really important that that be stated. I say that because once again, this all comes full circle. Not full circle, but this allows us to accelerate and step into a new area, which is important because these are all the foundations of what kind of basically stepping stones are needed in order to accelerate the advancement of human society to not, for one, to not have any poverty, to not have any sort of level of enslavement, and ultimately to be free on a higher level, to be in a state of liberty on an even higher level, to be in a state of peace, prosperity, and paradisical nature on an even greater level. And it's beautiful because I would love to give this example for one. Gosh, really, it's like being absolutely deep in nature, and just nothing but full nature that goes around. You realize you're so in tune. We're so in complete state of grace, and that's what always is. It's like the entire being rings, the entire forest rings, the entire ecosystem of that nature area sings. They're all in tune with each other, and they all sing, and they all sway, and they all dance, they all move, and they all collect together. It's so beautiful. It is there's almost no words for it. There are no words for it. And what comes out is in a sense is a type of song, is a type of voice, is a type of emanation that only resonates purity to the highest level, in a sense. And it's vibration. It's literally vibrational awareness. It's higher vibration, and it ultimately resonates. So, of course, that's actual science that is to be proven, like a science of consciousness. When we actually have, wink, wink, hint, hint about the future. When we actually have college courses per se, or education might be different by then, a little bit more advanced than colleges, but we'll actually have college courses and actually have degrees on the human auric field, and actually have degrees in exopolitics, and actually have degrees in intergalactic relations, intergalactic humanities, intergalactic anthropology, and all of these stuff that not to make it about me, but all these things I really want to do. Where on earth can I get a degree in intergalactic relations? Where can I get a degree in exopolitics? Like an actual degree, like a master's degree. I would work my butt off for that. I really I would. And who knows? Maybe I haven't scoured the globe enough for it, but of course I'm going to continue working hard because it's really important, because we need to, and I think I'm not alone when I say this. We need to learn how to get over all this racist stuff, which is very easy, because then we're going to go into the next level, which is, if we clearly can't deal with our own racial matters, then we clearly can't deal with exopolitical matters, with extraterrestrials. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before. But here's the thing. It comes in a state of mind where, okay, yeah, we've already dealt with all those, which is the truth. We have dealt with all those racial problems, and they're not a problem anymore. Now we're ready to step into the next realm where there's beings that don't even look like us. There's beings that don't even speak like us. There's beings that don't even have lifestyles even remotely similar to us. It's just so alien. It is nothing like us. But because we are able to understand and resonate in that realm of love, we are able to comprehend and to really assess and to really gather with all of our tenacity, not only as an individual, but as a collective, how exactly we can approach, how we can invite, and how we can really embrace extraterrestrial life. And by extraterrestrial life, it's not just 6 species or 10 or 20 or 50 species. We have to accelerate that process, because just by saying that we love 50 extraterrestrials, that's still very segregative to the actual entire galactic life, all of the life of the galaxy that's within us. Or, well, yes, that's within us. We are ultimately being trained for that, in a sense. So that's wonderful. Absolutely spectacular, and that's the wonderfulness that we're heading to. And yes, that's only the tip of the iceberg. So, I mean, this is real life here that we're talking about, Of course, it's so beautiful. It is beyond our imagination, because it's amazing, because it's, in a sense, here right now. We can actually, in a sense, and I mean this in the most positive way, we can actually be men. We can actually be women. We can actually, be curious and actually learn about the stuff that we don't know about. And it's important that we accelerate the process. And I bring it back down to the point of, once again, one of my favorite quotes, which I'm pretty sure I coined. It just came up to me spur of the moment a few weeks ago, I believe, when I was out doing a petition, going around signing a petition for a peace treaty with the Garthan Network. I said, the smallest changes bring the biggest impacts. The smallest changes cause the biggest impacts. So that's kind of where we are right now, and it's positive vibrations everywhere, and that ultimately, and this is an actual science which I'm explaining at the same time. These thought forms, in a sense, which we all resonate, of positive thought forms, which are continuous, they touch and they transform in a sense. It's very simple. I mean, it's very, that's just the science of consciousness, all right? You send out a positive thought form, it transforms everything it touches, because we radiate at the speed of light, just like the central galactic sun, all right? Or, excuse me, the speed of love is to the galactic sun and back, but faster than that. So it's like our light from, for example, our light from when we become crystal beings, that light that we resonate as brighter than the sun as a crystal being, is that light is being reverberated back, because the cosmos wants us to mature to that which we always are, and which is within us. Our diamond soul. I'm pretty sure that was pretty simple. But anyway, I love you guys, love you all. Thank you for your support, and we will continue to change the world in wonderful, positive ways. This is just the beginning, once again. I'm your host, Christopher Bowen, and I love you all. Check out Infowars.com. We of course, we're all together because nobody likes tyranny, and we're getting him off the planet, so that's good. Well, you know what I mean. Love you all.